I hate when this stupid Streamlabs doesn't put my audio on. Anyway, let me go do this over again. All right. So, let me bring that up again. Mom is busting my chops early in the morning. It's incredible. So this is Mount Talk, Long Island, right here. They're getting the heavy rains now. That's the eastern end of Long Island. Yeah, I fixed it. It's Streamlabs. Streamlabs is wonky. So that's Mount Talk. That's the eastern end of Long Island, and the eye is getting close to this area. You can see the rain is starting to come down. There's somebody, looks like some weather people or something standing in the corner here. It looks like almost like the Weather Channel people, right at the bottom of the screen. So that's the Mount Talk live cam. But as I was saying, before you guys couldn't hear me, the two models take the eye coming inland and coming right near my house. Either one. Pick the poison. It's still coming inland. The Euro would be a better bet for me by tonight. Still too close. It's right over me. It's right there. So the Euro and the American are pretty much in agreement now where this thing is coming inland. So we're gonna get some really rough weather. It's only a tropical depression by now in here. But still, a lot of rain, as I put in the screen. 5 to 10 inches of rain is possible. 5 to 10. Maybe best case scenario would be, oh shit, they changed, 3 to 6 inches of rain. Still a lot of rain. Either way, we're getting a lot of rain. Gusty winds, isolated tornadoes. It's going to be a rough evening tonight into tomorrow. It's going to be rough. So that's the weather. And it's going to be an interesting next few hours. Well, not now. I went out just now. I already went out. And it's raining. It's not raining hard, but it's raining. And we're not even close. These are the very outer bands starting to come in. If I looked at the radar, I don't like going through there. See the bands? They're moving this way. And this thing is coming in. So these bands are going to increase. So I'm about to get this band right there. Then it'll be a gap as this thing gets closer, itches closer. We're going to start getting the bands. And the bands is what you worry about with tornadoes. You just do. Those bands is what you watch. These outer bands. So it's going to be rough. It's definitely going to be an interesting few hours. And you could see the rain. I remember this just continues to swirl around. And there's nowhere for it to go because of the high pressure sitting in the Atlantic right about here. And it's pushing this thing in. And it's not allowing it to travel out because it's blocking it. So that's going to make this a slow mover. So we're going to be sitting in these bands for hours. Even though it's not a grade category 1, you still have to worry about these bands. I don't even know if it's a hurricane anymore. It's probably a tropical storm by now. But it don't look like a hurricane. But you always got to watch the outer bands for tornadoes, strong storms, power outages, gusty winds, the heavy rain associated with this. And it's coming in. It's coming in. How far in does it get before it starts to make that turn is going to be the guess. See, she's coming in. You can see the bands around the eye wall, what's left of it. It's coming in. And look at the bands setting up. Heavy rain for us. So yeah, there you go. And these bands is what you watch for isolated tornadoes. And that band is going to hit me very soon. The first band. Then you got to watch these other bands. Now the future model forecast sucks. It does. It's never good. But this is going to be a 24-hour event. Yeah, the right quadrant actually is the dirty half. The right upper side. So if I did a circle, it would be, if you cut the pie into the quarter, it would be this side. The northeast quadrant is the worst wind, but the rain is on the other side. Pick your poison. This area is saturated already.
Where's that at?
You're on camera.
Where is that at?
Where's what at?
That you said that's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad here too. We're going to have 3 to 6 inches, maybe 5 to 10 inches of rain. That's a lot of rain. I'm going to have to drain the pool down.
About the wind.
We will have gusty winds, and we will have bands which could produce thunderstorms and tornadoes. That's the way it is. That's what hurricanes do or tropical systems do. That's the bands. You got to watch the bands. The bands is what you really are concerned about. Look what's going on in Boston right now. Look at this band. Oh, that's 8:30 this morning. Let's go a little bit to now.
They say it's going to pass. It's not going to stay long like.
That's not true. It's there.
That's what I saw the weather.
Well, what time is it? 9:35. This is the latest.
What is those lights? Those are nice.
So Boston just had a nice line going through. Mom is distracting me a little bit, folks, so just bear with me. It's raining here now, but this will be the band that comes through next. Then there's a gap. This is tonight. As this shifts that way, and then it goes up and then out.
Can I ask
Hopefully. Yes, ask the question.
Are you going to make the shrimps with the...
If he comes, yes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
With the fries?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's we're going to have a bowl. Did you buy my broccoli?
No, I didn't go to the supermarket.
We better start eating broccoli and cauliflower. I haven't seen one in a year already, I guess.
You can't make this up. You just can't. Anyway, so that's the weather. And I'll keep an eye on this later because I'm not going to dwell on this. But that band is coming. Got to watch this band right here first. Does it intensify? It doesn't look so much, but you got to watch for embedded storms. And you could tell that the bands are going to move westward closer to me. See Gardner? I'm very close to Gardner. But see how the bands are coming west? That tells you the storm is moving toward the west. So, yep, there it is. Now, as far as future models, let's see if the Atlantic is doing anything else. This is two of them to watch here. This one and that one. 2 of them already. Let's see what they're predicting. That's the American. Yuck. Okay, so you got one down here and another one down there. Okay, the other one is collapsing. That one's still holding a little bit. And it's heading north. not a good sign for the storm. Big high pressure here, so that's going to prevent a lot. But it is also a steering current, so if anything developed,
What happened to this?
there's something here. Oh my God, I told you to clean it.
Clean it out.
Well, that was last night. This is now. Just try to
It comes off.
take a Brillo or whatever.
No, it comes off.
Anyway,
Man, Billy. Ruined everything.
there's another little spot there, but it doesn't look like much. Nope, it looks pretty good actually. That's a good sign. It's actually a really optimistic forecast here for the Atlantic coming in. Let me just back out and look at Hawaii. Woof. What's that? That's now. Hawaii's going to have, the Hawaiian Islands are going to have a nice little storm tomorrow. Thankfully, that's not a hurricane. Wow. So the Hawaiian Islands. Let me look at this morning. See, it's not. Luckily that this didn't develop. Luckily. Look at that. That would have made a beeline right into Hawaiian Islands. Look at that. That wouldn't have been good. Fortunately, that looks more like a tropical depression. Thankfully. Maybe tropical storm. But more like a depression. So they're going to have stormy weather on the islands. But right now, it's all about Henri. Now, that's the euro. The American has it going in already. Yep, it goes in. Oh, fun. Fun day, fun night. What time is this? 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So the storm goes from here to here in 24 hours. It's not moving because of this. Where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, this bubble of high. And that's not really even showing it. This is the blockers. It's not allowing the storm to curve out. It's blocking it. Two little areas. You could see it more defined this morning. Right here. That's a high. It's a weak high, but it's a high. And that creates a bumper where a buffer area that this cannot turn this way. It just won't. That's the steering currents. So it's keeping it in. It's keeping the flow in. It's also feeding the storm. The winds off the high are feeding into the counterclockwise of the storm. So you got a lot of interesting things on the map. And that's why this thing is going to continue to chug inland before it can eventually make the turn. Because this is going to come down toward the south and allow this to go around it. That's the only way. Which is probably what's going to happen. Yeah, it's moving out. Look out, there it is. It's still there. This is going to be a Nova Scotia thing eventually, but it will just be a low pressure. There's the high. There's no way for that storm to go this way, so it's going to just continue to carry right into Nova Scotia, what's left of it. And here it comes. There it is. Let's see. There it is. And what's left of it is going up in there. Can't really make it out anymore. Nova Scotia. Right there, kind of. But it's a low. But that's the euro. Let's see what the American. Okay, here it is on the American. All right, it's making its way out. Same place, same place. Same thing, Nova Scotia. So now it's just a matter of when and where this eye makes its location near me. Is it going to be more north? Is it going to be more east? Is it going to be closer? And it's not even about being a hurricane. It's about the bands and the wind and the rain. So I'm on the rain side over here, but I'm awfully close to that eye. Awfully close. I'm right here. That's close. That's, what time is this? 9 o'clock tonight. What's up, Charles? 9 o'clock tonight. That's the American. The euro has it moving slower. If you can imagine that. The euro has it a little bit more to the north. See, now that model just changed. That model just changed. It was here. Now they moved it more here. That model literally just changed. Still close, regardless. Let's see. Mark Antonio's over here somewhere. I'm not going to say where. The eye is going right over Mark with the euro. Right over Mark. The American has it going on the wind side to Mark. So Mark's getting the eye somewhere or another. He's going to get the center core of the storm. Now, whether he's on the right quadrant with more gusty wind or on the rainy side, the left side, which is both bad because pick your poison. I've been to Mark's. He doesn't really have any trees near his house, thankfully. His house stands alone. So that it's gonna be rough. It's just both models are now saying that it's coming inland. Both models have this thing coming in. American, euro. But this one has the turn coming sooner. Still too close. So there it is. Let's see what it looks like in Mount Talk right now. Winds are picking up. That's a live view of Mount Talk. Now the cars are heading south. That's 27. That's heading away from Mount Talk and like going back The lighthouse would be the car that's coming now. That's heading toward the lighthouse. That car right there is heading toward the lighthouse area, north. Look at that sign moving. And then I have this camera on the beach, but it's already in bad shape. There's the beach in Montauk. And it's high tide right now. If they can get by this high tide, they'll be all right. And the storm surge isn't that much. It's maybe 3 feet. I mean, 3 feet is 3 feet, but with a high tide, but it's not 8 to 12 with like a cat 2 or 3. So that's good. So there you go. That's the latest on Henri. So I just wanted to come on quickly and give an update what's going on here. But still, 5 to 10 inches of rain. 3 to 6, 5 to 10 is possible. Widespread rainfall of 5 to 10 inches is possible for the lower Hudson Valley and portions of southern Connecticut. 3 to 6 inches is forecast elsewhere. So regardless, you're going to get a half a foot of rain. That's bad. Maybe close to a foot of rain. That's bad in any situation. So the flooding, trees right up here. Up here, the ground is very saturated. So it could get where this, if the winds pick up, because I heard what you said. I heard what you said. Okay. We'll talk about it later. But the trees, the ground is saturated. If there's gusty winds with all this rain, it could cause trees to come down and power outages. It's a recipe for it. So, like I said, tonight into tomorrow, this is where it's going to get interesting. And yep. It's 79 right now. It's a slow mover. It was moving fast last night. It's going to slow down now. It's going to stall and come in because it can't go up. So its forward momentum has slowed down because it's being blocked. So now it's curving. And these bands will be hitting me within maybe an hour. Right in there. It actually has it coming in an hour. So, there you go. The surface looking more rough now. That water's so close. So close. 10 a.m. That place looks like a ghost town. Ghost town. On a typical Sunday in the summer, that place would be packed right now. See that? What does that tell you right there? They were working on the dunes with sand. They were on the beaches trying to shore up the dunes. That's what that tells me right there. Definite. I would be. So they're definitely concerned in Mount Talk. But look at it. It's dead. It's a ghost town. That sign looks like it's not going to make it. That 30-mile-per-hour sign. Right here. That sign ain't making it. So there you go. I will stream again later on today as the storm nears my area. So more like tonight. Let's see how it is. If the weather deteriorates here, I'll put it on camera with my cameras. If it gets, I may not even have power, but I'll put the generator. But this is coming my way. It does, like I said, it doesn't take much to bring trees down. Now when the ground is saturated like it is right now, and 5 inches of rain on top of that, and gusty winds, doesn't have. There's no trees around my property. They're gone. It's the power lines. It just takes one tree, one branch, take the whole system down. Because on my road, you take one down, they all go out. Because it's an automatic cutoff. It cuts off the whole area. So it only takes one branch, one tree in this. What are the odds? Not good. Not if that's coming. So it's like I said, I pray that we don't have to go through that today. There are no shows on KGRA tonight live. Not with this weather. Mark is obviously in Connecticut where the storm is going overhead. Alan lives not far from me. And Tracy rescheduled. Right now, 3 out of the 4 people involved tonight are on watch alert. And not for nothing, we have to mind our homes, our families, our property, and our neighbors. That prioritizes over everything right now. And this is rare. You usually don't have this happen up here. Look at that wind. It's picking up. Look at that tree. The sign is not going to make it. It's already starting to really lean. The stop sign isn't that bad right now. You could see it. It's shaking, but not too bad. All the signs are starting to shake. But yep, it's going to be interesting. Anyway, to anybody who's watching, let me see if anybody's even watching. Yeah, I was on Trovo. I am on Trovo. I just saw your comment, Dagger. Like I said, we'll see what happens. But now I am going to relax because it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long day tomorrow. I just hope we don't get this crazy flooding and winds and lose power. I lose power on a freaking thunderstorm. The police are out. They're going to be busy. What is this knucklehead doing? Oh. I wish I was there though. I love Montauk. I wish I was there. Even in this situation, I wish I was in Montauk. I love Montauk. It's my favorite place to go. Love it. Love fishing. It's perfect. Remember, the movie Jaws was based on the fisherman that came from Montauk. Frank Mundus. Peter Benchley based his character Quint on that man right that was from Montauk, who held the record for catching the largest great white on a pole, a fishing pole. So that's Montauk. And Camp Hero is here for those in the paranormal. Montauk Project. That's here by the lighthouse. So this beautiful, like I said, it's gorgeous. So if we go to the tip over here, Camp Hero's here. See, Camp Hero State Park. The dish is here. The lighthouse is here. And town is right there. So this is really town. And that's 27, see? 27. I like Old Montauk Highway because it's scenic. I don't ever take the highway they built a few years ago. It's not that old. I don't like taking this way. I like taking the scenic route and going Old Montauk Highway. They both will meet right here toward the end, right there. This is all hills and right near the water. It's beautiful. It's very hilly, a lot of curves. So they built this one to take more traffic. The only bad thing is Montauk has one way in and one way out right there. It's your only way. It's only one way in, one way out. So if you need to get out, you have to get out. That's your way. Now, if this storm was worse, everybody would have left because it's surrounded by water. This is not much. And then, of course, the Hamptons are here. And there's 27. And then there's 27 that takes you out. For the Hamptons, everything. Takes you right out. And then Montauk Highway. So you have two ways in and out from the Hamptons south. Those are your two exit points from the Hamptons and Montauk. And then you get the LIE, and you're heading right into good old New York City, which that takes you right into the city then. So, yep, we'll see what happens. $10 a.m. What time is it? 10:09. So that's 10 a.m. right there. Montauk's going to luck out. They're going to be looking. It looks like they might be on the weaker side of the eye. Still, they're going to hit those higher winds as that comes closer. But they don't want to be here. Right in here. They don't want to be in here. So that's good. They didn't. If this storm would have ended up here, they would have got that onshore flow. Actually, the wind is coming off shore, which is good for them. Keeps that ocean water away from town. Let's see. Oh, the GPS looks like it moved. The American looks like it shifted. Oh, it did. The American shifted. Oh boy, that's good. That's good for me. Way more north. Way more north. That's good. That just changed. But the euro hasn't changed much at all. But the American did. So which model's gonna win? Let me look at satellite imagery. Let's see if we could see how this is looking. She's already up here. She looks like she's moving more north. Oh yeah, it definitely looks like it's moving more north. There's still a lot of flow coming in though. It's expanding too. Sun is out above it. But still, it looks like this might be good news for me. It's getting bigger. It's trying to grow in size. So you can't. But it looks like it's going to go more up into Connecticut. It looks like this area might get the hit right in here. Yep. Connecticut. And now will it turn in? It'll still be close. Or will it drift more northward? That's the key. See, look at it down here. It's moving that way. See how it's moving in? Look at these clouds. Look at the mouse. Let's put the mouse at the edge of it, right there. Let's see which way. Yeah, she's drifting northwest. Northwest. So there you go. Yeah, Chantal, it might be right over you. So, yep. It's going to be a long day, long night. The back is fine this morning. Thank God. I went to bed right away. I slept 7 hours, which is good for me. I really want to do some work, but it's raining. And all the work now is outside. Matter of fact, for those on Trover, I'll show you, because I'm going to stop this stream now. I'll be back later for more weather. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be so bad out there. I don't think this is a major concern here, because it's moving actually away from these areas. I would say right now the area that has to watch is right in here. So, yep. If you're in Rhode Island, Connecticut, parts of Mass, you're on the wind side in Rhode Island right now. You are definitely on the wind side. You're in the right quadrant. Connecticut, too, is going to be an interesting day. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, right? What a break. So I can't paint. Oh, obviously, I can't paint outside. What? Okay. Home Depot order shipped. Actually, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go on Trovo alone to show you what I'm doing in the house now. We're going to focus now on other stuff. So I'll be back later for an update on this storm and see if it starts to head more west or if it's going to continue to move more toward the north. If it goes west now, it's making a beeline toward me. If it goes more north and even then west, it'll be better for me. So this is where the next few hours is going to dictate where this storm ends up. It will be interesting. All right, I'll be back on Trovo in a bit.